What does it mean to be a samurai? For Rurouni Kenshin, the main character of Rurouni Kenshin, is to protect the innocent and stand up against injustice to atone for his past. To EricDoesEverything, I get to go on epic adventures while looking cool in a dress. Of course. Whoa. And I got the perfect training method to become one. Nope. By playing every single Rurouni Kenshin video game. Let's freaking do this! The first Rurouni Kenshin game is Rurouni Kenshin, Meiji, Kenkaku, Romantan, Ishin, Gekitouhen on the PlayStation 1 by Juuyuushi. And this is a basic 3D fighting game that covers the story mode of the first arc of the Rurouni Kenshin series. You got two different attacks, the high attack and a low attack. Push these together and you can perform a special move, which depending on the character, ranges from drop kicking someone, breathing fire, and catching chase. Makes his sword wind color change from yellow to pink. And you'll be black and blue if you mess with these specials, as these specials can easily drain your health. I mean, look how much health is drained. You think you're so cool with that spinny move you did. Fair to wrap up this move. Alright, raise your hands if you have any ideas for this game. Joking aside, this is the grab button, which when combined with the block button, allows for much more variety and doesn't allow you to just, you know, shoot characters just randomly swing their weapons around. And speaking of variety, let's talk about variety. There are 7 different characters with unique movesets to try out via a versus mode. When it comes to the story mode though, it's pretty basic. It's all linear, you're only watching cutscenes and are thrown into a fight, and there's only one story to follow. Though you actually do have a choice between 2 characters, Kenshin and Sakushi, the guy with the sword, or someone who thinks punching and kicking at the same time is a good idea. Alright guys, more ideas. As you can imagine by, well, these choices, this game has the typical clunky PS1 fighting game charm. I don't know how to describe it, but it has that quick enjoyment I just love from these quote-unquote glorified cash grabs. Plus, this was really just a quick game to hold over for the next Rurouni Kenshin game, where speaking of that game, the next Rurouni Kenshin game is Rurouni Kenshin, Conspiracy of the 10 Braves on the PlayStation 1 by Pandora Boss. And this is one of the best licensed anime games of all time. We're talking a game that serves a story, a really fun and unique battle system, and a ton of quirky and unique games that you can only do in a series like Rurouni Kenshin. Like, come on, Kenshin Slash is the option you don't choose in the menu. When I do that, it's a hate crime. Frick. Let's do the opposite of slashing. This game is Japanese exclusive. You place the game through the character Hijiri or Hikaru, depending on whichever one you choose at the beginning, which, after selecting said character, we open up with this fiery village in ruin, dead bodies and murders happening between every corner, and what appears to be 2 trees playing ping pong with a human. This leads us to the present moment, where in typical JRPG fashion, oh no, our main character has amnesia and doesn't remember who he is. Thankfully, we bump to Kaoru and Yaiko, who helps strange our runes and allows us to stay at their dojo. But there are baddies outside his dojo that we need to deal with, leading us to a motherfucking battle. You have the typical JRPG battling stuff you come to expect. It's a one-on-one battling system that allows you to attack, flee, change fighters, and use items. The purpose is to, well, be the last fighter standing, with whoever finishes the baddie off being able to get all these experience points whether or not they did most of the battling or not. Alright, the last piece of bread. And I would starve to experience the attack system itself, because man, I love this so much. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but complex. You have 3 different non-special attacks, high attack, middle attack, and low attack, and you have to try to predict which one the baddie would do and counter it, with high attack being low attack, middle attack being high attack, and low attack being middle attack. Choose the right one and congratulations, you hit them. What makes this really fun is that you aren't guessing on which attack they're gonna hit you with, but rather it brings more of a strategy-oriented thing to the table. See, this is what the opposing fighter is going to attack with, and this is an indicator of all the moves the fighter is going to use. With that information brings this fun puzzle strategy element of playing detective mode and being like, okay, since I know he's doing all these moves, these are all the moves they're gonna do. You're gonna attack me from above! Don't feel like doing strategy? Too bad, because even the special attacks have an element of it, with the majority of special attacks being glorified high, middle, low attacks themselves. Though there are some special attacks that bypass the system that allows you to attack the opposing fighter no matter what, but even that has to counter that, well, does some serious damage. So between that and there being an MB bar that limits your special attacks that you can do the special attacks at your own risk. There's also this ultimate special attack, as well as this really cool method to gain more special attacks besides leveling up. But that's for later. Let's get back to the story, shall we? Anyway, after defeating these baddies, we run across this woman who is concerned about her husband who hasn't come back in a while in the bar. So after Karu kinda secures the guard into letting our underage bust into this bar, we find out, well, the people here aren't very talkative. You know what this means? A motherfucking flute battle! I defeated the baddies with my epic flute skills! Anyway, after that, these three girls come out of nowhere and start taunting us, so we chase after them into the shop, to which it was a trap, and we're captured. Don't worry though, after breaking out and sneaking our ways toward the top, look at those epic sneaking skills. We defeat them and, well, they run away, leaving this mysterious blue sphere behind. Anyway, we head back into town where, wham, someone is chasing down this kid doing whatever the heck he's doing. We need to fight him. If anyone next, I'm playing hide and seek with a slightly intimidating blue balloon. Jimmy, stop playing balloon sound effect! You won't want to hide from a tree for long though, as not only do we find a part of the map that allows you to travel to new locations, but also the fact that, get this, the girls we defeated are a part of the 10 warriors we need to stop from wreaking havoc. Yes, this is literally what the game says the 10 warriors will do if they aren't stopped. Curse you, warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10! Anyway, as you can imagine from here, you go on an adventure stopping these 10 warriors that conveniently have these maps that move on to the next location. And man, this adventure is filled with fun things to explore. From invading ninja hideaways filled with traps and hidden passages, the beautiful sceneries this game showcases, and exploring the unique game-exclusive characters and their conflicts. There's just a ton to explore here. And I would love to share some of my favorite things I encountered throughout this game, so listen up. Firstly, remember the cool way to earn special attacks I mentioned earlier? Well, you have to go through these dojos that are scattered throughout various towns in this game, and these dojos are brutal. Instead of having all the time in the world to strategize, you have to react right away with a high, low, or medium attack depending on what color the trainer is. Wham! Ooh! Bam! Make one mistake go, and bonk! No special attack for you. There are also a variety of fun minigames scattered throughout the game that just immerse you in this game some more. From gambling via watching some move matches, trying to match what the juggler is doing via this Simon Says minigame, and my personal favorite one, moving bosses in this puzzle-like format. Konnichiwa, motherfucker, and welcome to Work That Body! Today, we're pushing bosses. Kenton will show you the hard form, and Karu will show you an easier alternative. Let's push! 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 Anyway, where main character gets his memories back, will we defeat the 10 warriors, and what's to do with this mysterious ninja helping us destroy these warriors? That's for you to find out. And I highly recommend it. Each time I defeat a baddie or found some cool new scenery to look at, it has honestly made me appreciate living in the moment and enjoying life all the more. It might be too soon to say this, but I'm glad I'm working hard via playing these games to become a samurai. I get to be happy and satisfied while working hard to achieve my dream of living in the moment via becoming a samurai.
That's not what being a samurai is though. I'm Samurai Steak.
Konnichiwa, motherfucker.
Being a samurai is about discipline and structure, adhering to a strict code of conduct and hierarchy, emphasizing discipline, order, and obedience. A free-spirited and independent individual like you does not align as closely with the rigid structure and discipline of the samurai.
Anyway, let's talk about the next game. The next Rurouni Kenshin game is Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Circle of Hell on the PlayStation 2 by Ishin. This game is Japanese exclusive, though there was an American version that was planned being released, but it got canceled due to, well, poor sales. It's such a shame, because based on this opening alone, look how awesome this is! Wham! Clash! Boom! Okay, it's pretty obvious they cut some corners into 2D graphics for this opening, but still, it's so flashy and fun. Plus, you shouldn't shame any series for combining 2D and 3D awkwardly. That's right, series like these tend to have the most attractive main characters too. And it's not only the looks and in-game cutscenes that follow the Kyoto arc of the anime that makes this good, but man, just like how Rurouni Kenshin nailed the JRPG approach, they nailed the 3D action-centric gameplay in this game as well. There are not only a whole variety of flashy attacks, dodges, and speed boosts you can perform here for the sessions you need to defeat a whole variety of baddies, but a ton of techno moves as well for the boss battles. We're talking counterattacks, combos, and the opposing fighter flashing. When this happens, you're able to combine pretty much any attack together into a combo regardless of length, which is weird, but fun! Combo. 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 And you'll want to combo well, as if you don't get too low HP, the game automatically activates this desperation mode that, while it makes you overpowered, doesn't allow you to earn much experience points. And trust me, you'll want these experience points, as this game gets hard. And you can get experience points into leveling up your power, speed, normal attack, etc. via how long the fight takes, the amount of blocks you take, whether or not you use desperation mode, and my personal favorite, how long you're able to make the bosses gloat and talk during the battle. Yes, this is actually something you get graded on. Hey God, is it morally wrong to gather a bunch of homeless people together to play Jump Force for me so I don't have to play it to review it? And with that, Eric passes map to Sam. And you'll want to pass this game as well, as not only are you following the story and doing these battles, but get this, the game takes a more time-based non-linear approach that allows you to explore towns, complete side cuts for characters, and train to earn more experience points while you wait for the day to pass for this game to move on to the next story point. This concept might annoy some people who just want to fight some boss battles and move on to their life, but man, this mechanic just allowed me to be immersed in the world of Rurouni Kenshin yet again, just like the RPG game did. Don't get me wrong, you admittedly are doing the same things over and over again while in this free mode, save for a couple hidden boss battles. I swear if I get a revive potion again when talking to this weird guy in the corner, I'll kill myself! But still, at least for me who's always jumping from one fun experience to the next, there's that sense of mindful realization that I admittedly need to appreciate some more, that this game allows me to experience that this makes me, well, enjoy life all the more. Other than that though, the game does the typical stuff you tend to expect from a licensed enemy fighting game. There are a variety of different story modes you can complete, and a survival mode that you can unlock after the game that involves 50 stages of tough boss battles. There are only 2 reviews I could find about this game that complain about the free sessions in this game, so there! This is what you're looking for. People need to respect and enjoy life's wondrous gifts.
You ran from our sacred gift. You ran from the blue balloon. It's priceless. The blue balloon, Anakin, that represents discipline and structure.
That's why it scared me so much.
A symbol to remind us samurai we're to respect our training, code of conduct, obedience, and loyalty to the cause of being a samurai. Those who disrespect it is not worthy of becoming a samurai.
Steakerai.
Steakerai.
I'm sure there's blue balloons in Rurouni Kenshin, Saisen on the PSP by Natsumi. And it's back to the style of generic enemy fighting games. But man, there's a lot of charm with this game, starting with the looks themselves. The game takes on this brush painted style that I absolutely love, from the characters sporting the look to the very sword movements giving that pink stroke glare. And this isn't even my favorite part of the game. Besides the typical fan servicey moves and special attacks you tend to see in the anime, see this swirly thing with the kanji? Well, this means speed, and speed indeed. Using this causes everything to move slowly but you, allowing you to get much more hits before time reverts back to normal. I mean, imagine the silly pranks you could pull off if you had it. Who did that? Stop pooping me, you invisible fiend! And speaking of invisible, enemies will be invisible at times, as this game, weirdly enough, is very floaty. One hit alone causes you or an enemy to off into the air, which on one hand allows you to do fun combos like Well, that. But on the other hand, it takes 3 to 7 seconds for you to attack the opposing fighter, as you're awkwardly waiting for them to calm down and get up again. Like, I swear with the amount of time they have in the air, they can... Anyway, you won't frick with this game for long, as the main story mode with Kenshin only takes about an hour to defeat. Though considering there are now only 21 characters beside Kenshin that you can follow the quote-unquote story, which equates to a combination of being random elements and watching moving tests try to explain the story. But there are endless survivals and versus mode, which are pretty self-explanatory. Survival mode has you fighting baddies until you die, endless mode has you find the same enemy over and over again until you die, and versus mode allows you and your friends to duke it out via picking the characters and stages you would like. And doing this allows you to collect in-game currency, which this game heavily focuses on. You see, this game was made to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Rurouni Kenshin, meaning there are a ton of cool gimmicks you can witness, provided you get enough points to pay for it throughout this game, such as themes for a PSP, a ton of never-before-seen artwork to look at, and, well, an alarm clock. 5 more minutes. I'm sorry! I'll wake up! Well, there are no balloons in this game. But maybe the final Rurouni Kenshin game, Rurouni Kenshin Kansei on the PSP and Natsumi will have blue balloons. But considering the fact that this is a sequel to the last game, I wouldn't count on it. Due to the floating nature of the prequel, the game didn't exactly get a good review, so the developers made this game in order to improve it. And what did they do to improve it? They pretty much still made the game floaty, but I kid you not, they just sped up the fall. Alright, settle down folks, let's order business. Oh my! Other than that, and using a brand new in-game engine to tweak some of the controls, causing for a more fast-paced, harder experience, it literally is the same game with more cutscenes thrown in the mist.
It's almost as lazy as your methods of becoming a samurai.
Okay, that's it! Yeah! I may not follow the quote-unquote discipline and road-taking measures you take, but as a samurai, I promise to go to moments with passion, splashing through hesitation to immerse myself in the thrill of the present!
While it's true that the concept of passion and immersing oneself in the present moment is important, the essence of being a samurai lies in upholding a strict code of conduct and adhering to disciplined practice.
You're boring.
You're stupid.
You're boring.
You're stupid.
You're boring.
You're stupid.
You're boring.
You're stupid. Gasp.
Hey, Steakerai. Looks like someone needs to know his place.
Alright, truce until we teach this Taco Bell reject a lesson.
Yeah. Stay tuned in next episode where we talk about the Bakugan games. Until next time, sayonara, motherfucker. Yeah.